Curved hems can be difficult at seam lines. Either you hem first and then do the seam and you can see the seam on the underneath side, or do the seam first, and sometimes it can be very difficult to turn up the hem. So here's a solution to that problem. When it comes to the point of needing to sew the side seams, I go ahead and clip all the way down. And my hem allowance is 1/2 inch, so I've sewn a line of basting stitches along that depth on both the front and back pieces. Using those lines of basting stitches, I'm going to fold the hems, both of them towards me. So I fold the first one and just clip it in place, and then line the second one up and fold it over also. So this is what it should look like at this point. And starting from the hem end, I will serge the whole side seam. This is what your seam line at the hem will look like after sewing. And if we flip it right side out, you can see it goes under naturally and it doesn't look bunchy or weird, and on the underneath side it covers your seam. So here's a look at that seam line after hemming, and here's what it looks like on the inside. Now this method worked really well with a 1/2 inch seam allowance and a 1/2 inch hem allowance without any changes to my pattern. If I had a narrower seam allowance, like say 1/4 inch, I would add a little piece like this to my pattern so that when folded over, it comes completely to that edge, so that when I sew a smaller seam allowance, I don't have a big gap between my hem allowance and that seam allowance. And something like this, it looks funny, but it's really easy to add and it'll solve that problem for you. Let me know what you think of this method in the comments, and thank you for watching.